Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jacob. Welcome back to Sunday Yap Session, the show where every Sunday I hop on here and yap at you all about something with some sort of through line to carry us all through, hopefully, and sometimes we do better than others. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like. That helps me out quite a bit. And if you want to come yap with me every single Sunday, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I upload at least once a week. Y'all, today it is like dark and gloomy, so apologies for the lighting. I did my best. I'm not the greatest with like setting up lighting, and the lighting that I have is like cheap lighting from like online or whatever. I think the next investment into this channel when I get around to it is going to be some more professional lighting, so I don't have to deal with like just using natural sunlight, because I pretty much fully rely on the sun and I film pretty much exclusively during the daytime for that explicit reason. So I need to work on that at some point. That will get fixed. I feel like the gloomy weather kind of reflects the vibe today, because I kind of been just feeling like annoyed. I feel like I've making like a couple of videos lately just talking about like the experiences of being present online and having so many people, at least not really on YouTube that much, but on the other platforms I'm on, having so many people just like seeing you and having opinions on the things you post and things like that. And especially like people interacting with me, and I think it's just because of like the intersecting identities that I occupy. A lot of people, I think, watch my videos and do not see me as like a human being, and then will like comment just like the most like devious, deranged things in my comment section. Also, I forgot to talk about the drink. I'm not sponsored, but we're having Smoothie King smoothie today because I needed to treat myself. And I'm thinking about this because of the last Sunday Yap session I uploaded, which, child, they did they did not like that. They did not like that. I was a little hesitant uploading that video because I knew that people were gonna have some feelings about it and feel some sort of way. But the number of comments I have already had to filter out, and it's only been up for a few days, I'm like, y'all, just let me let me live. I really wish there was like some sort of setting I could turn on the internet that was like, only show my content to people that are actually like normal. And if they disagree with me, they can do it in a kind, respectful way. Because like I was saying, I feel like it's just like the most like deranged, unhappy, miserable people that get in my comment sections and like say just like the worst things ever. Or like getting in my DMs and sending me just like horrible things too. I've had to make some not so fun phone calls this week because I've had people like actually threaten violence against me and like sexual assault and things like that. So dealing with that has been a lot of fun. So like I need y'all to calm down. Like if you want to disagree with my videos, totally fine, totally cool. I never upload something thinking that like I am the definitive last voice of reason and that like my takes are always accurate. I've always been very transparent on every single platform that I'm on, that I am open to criticism, open to feedback, not think that I'm right all the time, so on and so forth. But like, remember that I am a human being on the other side of this camera. A lot of the ways that some people interact with me is very dehumanizing, and I do not enjoy it. Other than that, I've just kind of been chilling. The only other thing that's been like kind of on my mind lately as far as just like the internet goes is this like ongoing TikTok discourse that's happening right now over cashiers, which if you haven't seen this, it was all started by this one creator, and I'll put her video up on the screen so you can see like the original context.
Here's my boomer complaint. Do cashiers not talk anymore? Like, it is so frustrating to me when I go into these stores, not even just cashiers, even people on the floor. When I go into these stores, restaurants, whatever it is, and now every restaurant and every store is so quirky and have their own set of rules. I walk in, or I walk up to the register, I'm saying hi to you first. I don't know how nothing works in this store. Like, it's literally so frustrating. And it's like, I feel like every time I have a conversation with somebody who's working the register, they're treating me like I'm stupid, and I feel stupid because I've never been here before. Maybe if you explain to me what was going on or the deals, like, I don't understand. And then afterwards, because every store is so different, so unique, everything's so quirky, I feel like either they're not talking to you at all, or they have 3 million questions. I went to go get ice cream the other day, whatever, and she was like, oh, okay, you want a cup or cone? Me, yeah, I'll just take a regular cone. What kind of cone? What does that mean? Waffle? Like, and then apparently they got like 5 different dips of cone, like. And it's like, before anybody, oh my gosh, touch, I was a cashier lead. Like, I literally, come on, I was on the front lines. People was throwing Bath and Body Works boom sprays at my head. It's a tough job. I understand everybody being their job. Damn. Can we explain something to people, please?
Now, I think her original video, it really was not that deep. It was really not that serious, but it has somehow spawned this whole entire like TikTok online discourse about like how cashiers are and how they should be treating other people and like customer service workers and things like that. And it has been very, very interesting seeing this conversation kind of devolve. Like, I don't know, it's interesting discourse because I think it started at one place and then it's kind of fragmented into like 7 or 8 different conversations. And then like people are kind of like beefing with each other and so on and so forth. I ended up making one quick video about it, just observing that I had seen a lot of people making little think pieces about this, and not any actual cashiers had showed up on my feed, which was interesting. I got some cool like perspectives on cashiers and what they thought about this whole discourse. And I think that kind of has like a parallel to what I was talking about before, because I think the common thread in this conversation was a lot of dehumanization, especially with service workers, because I think there were kind of like 2 minds of thought. There were a lot of people that were more on like the customer service worker side. They were saying like, hey, our jobs are hard, they're very draining, we have to do a lot of work, we're not being paid very well. And to say too, the conversation kind of started around customer service workers not saying hi. That was the original video. It spiraled into a whole bunch of other things. So if I'm talking about other stuff and you're like, that doesn't sound like the original thesis of the video, that's because this conversation spiraled. So you got the one side that's like, hey, working in these roles is very draining, very tough, very physically demanding, and sometimes we're not always in the best mood, and sometimes we don't want to have a conversation with you, and da 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 da. And like sometimes the interaction with us you're gonna get is just the bare minimum of us just like doing the service that we're being asked to do and not like making pleasantries essentially. And then there was like another side to this conversation where it was kind of like, hey, saying hi and basic engagement with customers is like the bare minimum to be expected of you in customer service. And then there was like a whole kind of thread attached to that about like community and third spaces, which I didn't understand that. Then there was like another part of the conversation about like workers' rights and talking to these customer service people and being like, if you're not nice to customers, why do you think they're gonna want to help you achieve rights and workplace improvements and things like that? And like it just went like all over the place, and I found that very interesting because at least to me, I don't think we needed, and I talked about this on TikTok, I don't think we needed like a features film worth of hot takes that I saw on my For You page, when I feel like, at least to me, the very simple answer to this is, as someone who worked up until the job I'm at now, pretty much every job I've been in is customer service to some capacity, is that sometimes you have good days in customer service and you are very cheerful and chipper and delightful and you want to talk to everybody and you want to help them. And then other times it's the trenches, and yes, just saying hi to people and having basic levels of engagement does feel super draining, especially when you're like not being paid well, not being treated correctly, da 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 da. And I like don't understand, well, I do understand, because like this is kind of what I've talked about in some of my other videos too. I think a lot of people that make content, and y'all, I'm a yapper, so like no, I don't have a place to talk. I feel like a lot of people like just talk about things and will get on and drop hot take after hot take just to like say something and just to have something to talk about and not really necessarily like to add anything to the conversation, which was like fine, whatever. But I don't know. It was very interesting in this conversation in particular because I was seeing a lot of people making like 7, 8, 9 videos talking about this and just doubling down and taking the conversation to like places that it never really like should have gone from the first place. And it's just like very interesting. Like I wouldn't say it was like crashing out. I don't know. Just a lot of people with a lot of strong opinions. And I found it very interesting, especially too, because usually when I go to stores and things like that, which a lot of times I just kind of like order like groceries and stuff, I have them like dropped off at my house. But like back when I was in store shopping a lot and things like that, if I like need to buy something, I usually just go in there, get it. I don't really need to have a conversation with like the customer service worker. Like if it happens organically, like I'm totally cool. It's not like I'm going in there and like, don't talk to me, like don't engage with me. Like I don't know, but I'm usually on a mission to get what I want and then leave because I don't really want to be in the store any more than I have to. I do find it kind of interesting that so many people were like so offended at the prospect of not being told hello by a customer service worker. At least to me, it's never been that serious. I have never like been upset or felt slighted that a customer service worker like wasn't greeting me. I don't know. Like I thought the people like adding the third spaces conversation to it was also kind of weird, and that didn't make a lot of sense to me. And if you're not familiar with the concept of third spaces, it's basically like, well, I'll put it on the screen. There's like a whole list of criteria that like what a third space is, but basically it's somewhere that's not your home and somewhere that is not your job that anybody basically can like participate in. Think like libraries, think like public parks, things like that. Those are third spaces. And there are a lot of people that were suggesting that like community building and third spaces need to be taking place in Walmart or like Target and with customer service workers that have no option of whether or not they can be there and have guidelines for how they need to interact with people. It's not like they're just like freely interacting. I'm like, I don't know. I thought that was very bizarre. I'm like, if you want a third space, go to your library, because I know a lot of y'all's local libraries are underutilized. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like the internet is like getting more and more progressively just like annoying. A lot of times annoying to deal with. And I think there's just so much content being put out, and especially on these short form platforms where you're encouraged to post 3, 4, 5 videos a day to stay relevant and show up in people's feeds because you're competing with so many people. I think it is really driving people to just hop online and make videos and just give a hot take about anything. And we talked about this recently in my hot take industrial complex video. If you want to hear me talk more thoroughly about this, I talk about it there. But then the commenters too, because like people were getting really nasty about that original video. And like, did I disagree with the original video that started it all? Yes, but also I don't think that like what she said was any like cardinal sin that is like cancel worthy or things like that. And people were coming for her jugular. I'm like, y'all, it is not. I don't know. It was like a good prompt, I guess, to have these conversations, but I think a lot of people were out for blood, and it was very interesting. Like the internet's just becoming like more and more hostile. I'm on the receiving end of it a lot of times. I just wish some of y'all would remember the people you're interacting with for the most part. I know there are a lot of bots online too, but for the most part, you're interacting with like actual people who have like actual lives and actual like feelings. And I think a lot of people are forgetting that. Not sure why exactly that is the case. Let me know in the comments below if you have any theories. I think there's a number of different reasons as to why things are becoming that way. I don't know if y'all could hear that. I just wish that like everybody on here would be kinder to each other and just treat each other like human beings. That would be cool. That'd be nice. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much all I got today. It's a short one today. I honestly like wasn't even feeling like recording, but I was like, we gotta get on here. Well, not gotta. I never have to be on here. But I do really like getting on here every week. The consistency especially. This car horror, y'all need to chill. But being consistent on here is something that makes me really happy. And 95% of the interactions I have online are super positive, and I'm meeting cool people and having cool conversations and things like that. So like, I also have to remember that these like sad losers, miserable people that get in the comments or like make hateful comments or hateful videos and things like that are in the minority a lot of ways. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this little brief yap. We'll see how brief it is. I might check the footage and see that I've been recording for like 30 minutes like I do every single time I think I'm gonna do a short video, but I feel like I haven't been here for very long. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like, and if you want to come yap with me every single Sunday, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully this Wednesday there will be a bonus video. We'll see if I get it done in time. Who knows? If there's a video up on Wednesday, you'll know if it got completed or not. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Have a nice week. Hope y'all are doing well. Let me know below how y'all feel about the internet. How do you feel about these commenters? How do you feel about like the general state and attitude of the internet? Because I feel like, at least on my end, like I said, I feel like it's gotten more hostile, but maybe that's just me. So let me know below, and I will catch you all later.